All right, our next project here in Excel is called Fundraiser. We are going to open this fundraiser data from, stick this on the website for you so you don't have to type all that in. We have 3 tasks we want to complete, so keep yourself organized on this. Task 1, we want to figure out how many items each person ordered. So here's our customer list, and we want to know how many items each person ordered. Okay, so we're going to click over here in H2. There are 2 methods that you know that you can use to have Excel figure out how many items Molly ordered. Okay, method 1 is if you click after the FX, then type in an equal sign, then type B2 plus B2 plus C2 plus D2, and keep going all the way through all of the items. Then when you get through G2, you just hit enter, and it tells you that Molly ordered 6 items. Okay, the other way you could do that, if you go back here and you get rid of that, you know that you can click on the FX instead of after the FX. You can click on the FX. You can click, I want to sum, and we're going to want to sum B2 all the way through G2. Click OK. And it says, do you want to sum G2? No, I want to sum, and I'm typing this in, B2 colon G2, and click OK. And once again, Molly ordered 6 items. Either way is fine. If you do it the way that you use sum, you have to be very careful that it sums the right cells. So you have to know, okay, I wanted B2 all the way to G2, and you'll have to check that and make sure that it doesn't put something funky in there. Okay, now the only person that I know the information for how many items that person ordered is Molly. So I need to do that about 14 more times, 13 more times to get everybody's totals. Or, step number 3 says, now tell Excel to figure out how many items each of the other customers ordered. Either repeat the method that you used for Molly and do it 13 more times, or think back to our repeating list assignments and save yourself a lot of time and work. In other words, you can click here and you can do the same method that you did with Molly, either B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E all the way through there, or you can click on sum and go through there. Or was there something you already learned in our repeating lists assignment that would make this quite a bit easier? I'm not going to give it away, but if you think back, you probably can remember that. Or you could go do that assignment again real fast and you'll remember. Okay, so you'll have all of these filled in for you. And we're going to pause for just a moment. And while we were gone, I went ahead and figured out how many items each person ordered. That's the part that you need to remember on your own. Task number 2 on your instructional sheet. We want to find out how much money each person owes for the items they ordered. Each item, doesn't matter which items they ordered, each item costs $6.50. So we're going to click in I2. This is a capital I right here. This is not a 12. We're going to click right there, I2. Then click after the FX. Click an equal sign. Then type in an equation that will tell you how much money Molly owes. Hint, it's the number of items she ordered times $6.50. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to do this. I'm not going to show you how to do this. The hint is, though, you need to know how many items the person ordered, and you know that each individual item is $6.50. So we want to find out how much money Molly owes for her items. All right, so next it says on task 2, step number 5, click in, number 6 says either repeat the method you used above for the other customers, or think back to our repeating list assignments and save yourself a lot of time. So we know that Molly now owes $39. You need to figure out how much everybody else owes for their fundraiser items. So you can do the same method 13 more times, or you can remember how we did that and save yourself an awful lot of time and work. Lastly, let's assume that you work in the warehouse where these items are housed, and you're trying to fill these orders. It would be much easier for you to fill the order for the Maxwell Intermediate School fundraiser if you knew how many wrapping papers, how many sets of ornaments, how many if you had like the totals down here at the bottom. So we're going to do that. We know how many we now need to know how many of each item was ordered. Click in B16. There are two methods you know that you can use to have Excel figure out how many of each item was ordered. Method number 1, click after the FX, type an equal sign, then type B2 plus B3 plus B4, and you keep going through all of these items, and this takes a little while to do this, but eventually you get there, and then hit enter, and it tells you that they need 17 rolls of wrapping paper. All right, now we need to do the same thing for the ornaments, the jewelry, the chocolates, all that. There's another method that you can do there. Instead of doing all B2, B3, B, you can get rid of all of that. And I'm sure you remember that you could also click on the FX, and we want to sum B2 all the way through B15. So we would go sum B2 colon B15. You should remember all this. We've done this. We've spent some time doing this. And there's 17. Now you could use the same method to find out the ornaments, the jewelry, the chocolates, the bears, the candles. Okay? Or you could think back to that other assignment that we did and the repeating list, and you could save yourself a lot of time and work remembering that. Remembering that other assignment, that repeating list assignment, and save yourself a lot of time. Okay? So go ahead and save this as last name fundraiser when you get it done, and turn it in.